It is always a very good thing to be able to provide targets that are actionable for you, team. And I just wanted to let you know that between XRP and XLM, I'm definitely getting all your private messages and getting all the notifications here with a huge thank you on your for your entry conditions that we've been putting together. So you're very welcome, team. I love to help. So if any questions, you can always reach out to me, right? But with that said, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, and let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty here on XRP, right? We're looking at the 30-minute time frame where we were suggesting that potential entry down here of around that 25.28, and the 25.28 target did work out pretty nicely. And in fact, we were able to give the targets to the upside, of which we absolutely met before retraces. And this was your last target based on this formation here of 227.10, where we nailed, and price action, of course, retraced from those targets and then used this bottom side here to continue towards that upside and eventually to take profits in a very short-term trade towards that 228.94, just roughly around 229. So now we tested that 229 several times here and has continued to a further upside, of which we were also able to determine a 232 potential, right, guys? So this it's acting pretty nicely, except that I can see that we may be experiencing a little bit of a pullback here, but that's just because we have some larger time frame closures. So why don't we just go ahead and try to take care of that right away, right, guys? Let's go ahead and take a look at volatility versus momentum in a more immediate short term and see what this thing has as far as that momentum suggestion, right? Okay, very curious upside here with critical contraction, meaning that there is no participation in the market right now as we lead towards the upside. What I'm going to tell you right now, team, is actually critical. Not a lot of people know to do this or care to even look, and I will challenge that, right? But we do have critical data coming out tomorrow, and we should know what that data is as well, right? So typically speaking, the behavior that you're catching on the asset right now, that it's very, very stagnant. That's usually because we're about to get the Fed to talk, right? So yeah, we have FOM. Although it's not so impactful, it is still, because we're going to be closely monitoring Fed Chair Powell here, right? So yeah, we do have some sideways price action to kind of determine here based on the Fed speaking. The cryptocurrency is also very sensitive to that. Okay, team. So as I'm looking at price action here, it feels like we're just reclaiming structure below this support here, right? So we're reclaiming and then coming back up to this support to validate it as resistance. So that could explain why we're getting very little participation towards the upside here on XRP. 10-minute time frame is suggesting a little bit of upside here. It just got a closure, right? So if it does have upside, how far does that upside last? In fact, it would just, oh my goodness, I think it would just be worth around 30 minutes time, and it may have already gotten that upside. So you're looking at about 0.08 cents on tap for the upside on the 30-minute average. That'd be top side of 231. I mean, it's fair enough. I guess it could still run a little more because we did get that hourly closure as well just 13 minutes ago. So what I mean is that, sure, should it have any more liquidity towards that upside, it can certainly reach targets of up to maybe even 230.81. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it there for now, should it want to do it one more time, right? Okay, so once it does hit that, though, your downside continues into the hourly, bi-hourly. Still have some downside leading into this 3-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame also suggesting downside. 6-hour time frame would be that total of downside, right? So it may have already been done too. This is a large drop, and so if that's the case, we would have around 3 cents. So 3.5 cents, a little over 3.5 cents on tap here for a drop. So that would be a low of 227.39, and you can see here that we reached 229.80, but 227.39 rhymes very well with some of the targets that we had down here for potential entry conditions. So I guess the thing that can kind of invalidate the continuation to this downside, guys, would be a very small time target here. And I think that could, kind of solidify things pretty tightly. So just about here, actually, you know what? We could even do that to the downside, just like this. This could be an area of support to observe. And Should there be some long positioning here? Well, maybe so. Okay, but again, I'm gonna have you guys please be careful on this, right? I definitely know many professional traders, and even myself to a certain extent. I do not trade on Jay Powell days, right? JPP likes to swing the markets, and right now, there's a huge tantrum going on between Musk and Trump, right? So that's added volatility like that, guys. It's creating uncertainty, and that can become a very dangerous situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of leave these here with targets, sure. But again, you have my warning, right? So you got to keep a keen eye out there, and please be super careful here. Do not over leverage anything into these times here, because these are these are data cycles that we definitely need for determining the potential financial future. Right, guys? Sorry to be so biblical here and so epic, but it is in a sense true. We definitely need to watch out with whatever is happening with Jay Powell and inflation and all that good stuff. Okay, so yeah, if we're looking at the downside stopping at just around 6 hours time, that means that we have a potential 6-hour upside continuation. So if that's the case, upside continues into the 8-hour time frame. 12 hour daily still has that. Okay, buy daily still has the upside. Good deal. And we just got the new open here of the 3-day bar. Let's see, upside into even the 4-day. We're contracting hard into this, guys. Upside continuation into the 5-day. And it looks like we got continuation into, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's still just as large as ever. 2 months. Okay, so I'm just not seeing any stopping. So I guess I can say that take this with a real grain of salt, right? But your topside target on this cycle here for this new 6-month semi-annual candle, that has a target of $3.06, right? So $3.06 is statistically speaking, this 290 would absolutely get in the way, and 306, we'll just go ahead and put it on there tentatively, right? So there we go, and here they are, right in here, right? That's with a lot of ebb and flow here, right? A lot of zigzagging around, but that's presently what I'm observing for a probability top side here leading into the next weeks. So heads up, team. It's looking okay. I do think that it has enough liquidity, enough power to do this. So, and it is a resistance that we previously visited. So heads up on these massive upside targets here for the XRP asset, and I will suggest also this potential middle ground. All right, guys, so I think this is a pretty good place to leave off, nice and concise, give you guys that entry, give you guys the exits here. It's going to take a little bit of time to get up to these targets, but overall, that's kind of what I'm observing here based on mathematics, and that wouldn't be the end of it either. Okay, guys, so yeah, if you have any questions, guys, go ahead and reach out to me, and we shall speak very, very scary Jerry soon. All right, please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.